Michael almost let me slip that shit in there. It should be
It's
illegal.
gonna slip out of my hand into your face.
See how aggressive he's getting?
I think we're ready. Everybody, I'd like to welcome you back. Everybody,
the air?
I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Hits
The one.
Different. Welcome to the podcast.
Me? Thank you,
Caleb,
Michael.
welcome. Jonathan, got our main man E
Jonathan
behind,
is here.
behind this whole
Got
shebang.
The guy in the
keeping
back.
gears,
The
oiled,
guy in the back.
and turning.
What?
I don't know.
Put some oil in the gears.
I was like, we
turn
got
it.
our main man E in the back, keeping the gears oiled, greased, and turning.
No free sponsors. So, yeah. Skirt what?
Double skirt, you know what I'm saying?
That's how fast we pulled in today. We got here really quick. Actually,
I feel
no,
like
we
that's
didn't. We got
not
here kind of
true.
late.
I got off
We
work
got
at 8.
here late.
It's 9:30.
Yeah. Finished my monster. It's all feeling on the inside.
Dang,
Skirt,
you just
skirt.
gave him that free sponsorship.
That's all right, bro.
Wah, 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 wah.
Could be.
Added Danny DeVito to the set. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I'm sure they did too. We got Snoop in the back. Monument. It's kind of like a stone head. I don't know.
Statue of
It's
Snoop.
kind of cool.
The statue of Snoop
The days, Caleb.
today.
How did the day find you?
How did the day find me?
Yes.
Well, Michael, I don't think it did.
You don't think I found you
I
at
think
all?
I'm still out there. It never found me. I'm still
You're still
looking
hiding
for it,
from
bro.
it?
I'm still looking
Or
for
is
it.
it searching for you, or are you searching for it?
That's the question.
So y'all are like attracted to one another.
That's the life question.
The life.
In
or
all
life?
seriousness, though, my day was pretty good.
Why'd you just turn into Mike Tyson?
My day was pretty
I got a
good.
tiger.
It's the animal inside me.
Oh yeah, the
That's
tiger
what it is.
fighting?
Yeah, it's the tiger inside me. Yeah, bro, the day was good. I've been planning shit all day. I've been getting hyped, trying to stay hyped. Been doing push-ups on and off all day, trying to stay fucking pumped for the podcast because I've been getting sleepy. So yeah,
Trying to keep his heartbeat
trying to get
per
the
minute as
cardio
high
up,
as
bro.
possible.
Yeah, yeah.
For whatever reason.
I've also been trying to do push-ups like regularly. I know Eric also told me he was doing that. He kind of like inspired me to get back into it. I was doing them for a while and then I like stopped doing it. And then Eric told me he was doing them and I was like, damn, I need to start doing them again. I stopped for a little
He
bit.
was like, damn, I'm slacking.
I was feeling soft. Hell yeah, my man's doing 100 a day out here. He's on the fucking Hemsworth fucking
bringing the
grind
gravy
set.
over there.
He's on that fucking what's that?
Grind set mindset. Is that what you're talking about?
There's like a thing that he started. Chris Hemsworth. It's like a workout
him is?
program. No, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a scam apparently. It's a scam.
Who
Thor?
him is?
I don't know where he's going.
E-Man gone.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
The car
Um,
currently does not have a driver.
I don't know what it's called, bro. But
You're
yeah,
veering down
it's
the
like
interstate.
it's a scam or some shit. How was your day, Michael? Tell me
My
about
day?
that.
It was pretty eventful. I can't really sleep past probably 8 o'clock, like ever, unless I stay up till like 4.
It's called Center.
But I got up early, man. I started playing some GTA. I thought it was safe, bro.
Mm.
Typically in the mornings, you can get on when there's only a couple people, and you can
Mhm.
start robbing houses and stuff. Well, let's just say the
a thief.
police didn't know about Dimitri, but they do now. But I was able to get away. I was able to, what I told him was, because he was like, sir, put your hands up. What are you doing coming out of that property? He was like, what are you doing out of that robbed property? And I was like, sir, I was just looking for the things that would belong to me. I got robbed in this area a couple weeks ago, and I saw a man matching the description of who robbed me come inside this property.
He was gonna claim it.
And he was like, well
Had to
then,
get it
sir, why do you have your firearm out? And I was like, officer, look around. You see the area we're in? Would you want to be out here without a gun? And he was like, are you a licensed gun
that's a
owner?
good
And I
point.
was like, yes, sir. Suck it.
Do you actually have license?
Svinia?
You can get?
Yes, I do. I called him a
Interesting.
Svinia in which is Russian for swine, like
Svinia?
4 times
Is it
before it caught
Svin
on.
or Svinia?
I think it's Svinia, I believe.
I
I'm
think
not a native
Svin
speaker,
is Croatian.
despite what my Discord might have thought.
A native speaker.
My motorcycle club.
Svinia. So
Svinia.
Svinia. I think Svin is Croatian or something. I don't know. So yeah,
It just
it's
hits a little
Svinia.
different.
Svinia. Thank you, Eric.
He was like, so what, you thank me It does hit a little different.
It's a little different.
He was like, "So what? You thank me and then insult me in the same sentence?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, big is big, bold Russian animal creature. These are monuments of our society. I mean,
I
come
think it's a
on, think about the
compliment.
Animal Farm. All the pigs, they ruled the world. You
It's a
know."
compliment in their culture. If I'm not.
He was like,
correct.
"Well, down here in the city, it's an insult." And I
not,
was like, "So
mistaken.
you're going to judge me for our cultural
not be correct.
barrier?" It's so great. But I have what I think I'm gonna do from now on is if they catch me while I'm doing something illegal, I'm gonna talk just like this, like straight American, because they're not gonna think it's the Russian if I sound American.
That is true. That is true.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
Mhm.
good. We'll see if it works. It probably won't.
I don't know. That might be. I don't know. I guess if your character was faking the accent the whole time, because if you're like,
But that's not, cause like in the character, I'm like I'm from Slovakia.
yeah,
But in
Yeah, I
reality,
get it.
no one knows this. I'm actually Russian, but they weren't letting Russians into the country, so I had to get a
Mm.
fake
fake
card
papers.
from Slovakia. So
Mm.
I'm actually Boris, but America Dmitry.
It's Eric, is Slovakia a country?
Yes,
It is. Where's it by?
it's kind of by.
We're
Like-
about to find out.
I think it's in
Let's
between
see here.
Albania and Ukraine,
Slovaks.
which is a large
The
amount of land.
Slovaks. It's close to Hungary, Chechnya, which is should
What's
be
right above that? What's above Chechnya?
Poland.
Chechnya.
Poland?
Poland? No, nigga. What?
You're talking Slovakia is
Oh, it is
below it,
Poland.
bro. You're close to Romania and Hungary, and Belarus, and then Ukraine.
All the Slavs in this area.
Interesting. Very interesting.
The more you know, the more you know.
That's where you came from. Wow. Those are your people, Michael.
Not really.
Those are the lands that you
Yeah,
used
Mike
to,
the other day, he was like, "You
your
look kind of
ancestors
Russian."
used to
And
walk.
I was like, "Dude, I'm Irish, English, and German. Not. I'm like all West, bro.
Mhm.
I'm so West that we came out to America and got more Western."
Oh, yeah.
Some people call me the. Sorry.
That's the next line.
Well, let's pass the mic on to Jonathan. Let's see how his day
Jonathan,
is.
let us know. Fill us in.
Fill us in, buddy.
Oh, it was pretty good, honestly. I spent most of the day just kind of cleaning,
Hell yeah.
my bathroom, my bedroom, just cleaning a little bit of things that I just didn't want around, taking trash out, that kind
Yeah.
of stuff is majority of what I did today, honestly.
We had a little expedition this morning. It was kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Got to
we
cruise
did.
around town a little bit. Skirt,
Yeah.
skirt, you know what I'm
It
saying?
was around, what, 9? Something
9,
like
10
that.
o'clock. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool. It
It
was
was
cool.
pretty
It
nice.
felt beautiful this morning. The weather was
Dude, it felt great.
glorious. I don't know if it's because that hurricane. I'm sorry if it is, but I'm loving it.
Headed to the bank.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
But then, other places, just
Yeah.
'cause. Like Amy's work.
Well, yeah, we were already at the ATM,
Elaborate,
so she
guys.
texted me.
Elaborate. This is
Well,
what
so
I'm asking y'all. What is
we was hitting some bank duties, you know
Anything
what
can
I'm
be
saying? So we hit the
exciting.
ATM,
anything
right?
can be exciting.
We're sitting there in the line, and Amy's like, "Yo, I'm ready to go." So I
Yeah.
look at Jonathan, and I was like, "Yo, we got to make a pit stop, basically where we was." And he was like, "Damn shit, all right." So we pulled up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Scooped her ass like it was Uber, made her sit in the back.
Never knew she worked at that new
Yeah,
veterinarian
it's
place
a
that just
nice
was built.
vet, dude.
It's-
Like,
yeah, it's nice.
they're apparently very expensive, which makes sense, I guess, because she did just get like a $2 raise, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, really?
It's a
No
whole
shit.
$2,
Yeah,
bro.
a whole
That's a-
$2.
That's a slapper right there. Yeah, if you're at some corporate job, anybody that's listening to this, and you're getting like yearly raises, like 50 cents, $1, go work for a small business. Not even a vet. Go work for a small business, man. Chisel out a little position for yourself where they really need you, really
Mhm.
like you, man, and I guarantee you.
True. So long as you're a good employee.
Support local businesses. Woo!
That's true too. I think it's very important. Those built America.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know.
From the best podcast. Life tips from the fucking best podcast in the motherfucking
They
establishment.
hit different.
Life skills that just hit different. Yeah. When you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, today we're hitting it different.
Today we're hitting
We're
life
hitting
a
it
little
fucking different, bro.
Different. you know. But I did get some interesting news today, a couple hours ago actually. And so apparently, now I am a big fan of football. Favorite team being Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers used to have a receiver. Most people know him, Antonio Brown, and they used to have a running back, Le'Veon Bell. These guys were really, really good. Well, they ended up releasing them, so they went different places. Antonio Brown played for Tampa Bay for a little bit, and then ended up leaving, threw his jersey off in the middle. Anyways, long story short, he's having controversial things happen to him right now, because the public's just not looking at him really
In
well.
what degree?
Well, to the point, who walks off in the middle, who throws a fit in the middle of a football game, walks off the field, and just quits? You know what I mean? Obviously, that looks bad.
Got to be going on.
Of course. Well, it happened last year?
I don't know.
Last season? Yeah. So anyways, already that causes some controversial topics. I'm a fan of Antonio Brown as a receiver, as a football player, specifically because, I myself was a receiver. Hold on, I'm getting there. So I try my hardest to defend this guy, but this guy ends up exposing himself to guests.
Oh.
Just like he's in a pool and he's just like, hey, to other guests who are around. For what purpose would you do? I can't defend that. I can't look at you and go, oh, there must be, this happened. Maybe his shorts fell off. Like, I can't defend that. You know what I mean? So now I feel stupid for
There is
trying to
maybe
defend him.
one explanation for this. Hey. You're going to talk. There is an explanation for this.
Can you fact check that for me, Eric? I don't know if that's the actual acronym. I'm pretty sure it's CTE. I don't know what it stands for.
Is one hell of a drug.
No, bro. This is something that they really don't talk about in professional sports, really football. Professional contact sports. Football is really the main one. But CTE, let me get, what is it? Chronic traumatic encephalopathy and what?
Encephalopathy.
Encephalopathy.
Beating their head into a desk right now.
Yo, you got it. We got it. CTE. We fucking got it. I think we got it, guys. I think we have it. So, it's a progressive brain condition that's thought to be caused by repeated blows to the head and repeated episodes of concussion. It's particularly associated with contact sports such as boxing and American football. But yeah, that's something that's an actual real condition. And I feel like in the nature of the sport is like really to not, like, obviously you don't want to like act like something's wrong with you, because then you're a liability. You might not get your next paycheck. So even if you do feel like, I feel like you could be concussed, there's probably maybe not as much anymore, but I feel like in the history of the sport, there's been like basically it's just encouraged just to like toughen up, just to be tough, and like you'll be okay, even though they might be concussed and they're probably like having injuries.
You want to go ahead with me? So real quick, I don't know if y'all have heard about Tua Tagovailoa. He was the quarterback for Alabama at one point. Now he's the quarterback for the Dolphins, but may not be for long because he was concussed, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago at a game. The neurotraumatic doctor that they had there messed up at his job really badly. The other day, during one of the games, one of the defensive linemen, I'm pretty sure, grabbed Tua, and he picked him up and slammed him on the ground. And Tua didn't land on his head during a game.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't land on his head or anything. He landed straight on his back. But when he did, his hands like seized up here first and like flattened out, and then they like curled in like this, and he was like on the ground like this for a minute, and they had to take him off on a stretcher.
No
and so now that neurotraumatic doctor has been fired, and I'm pretty sure Tua could honestly leave the NFL, sue the crap out of the NFL and that doctor, and never have to worry about money again. Not like he would to begin with, but I mean, yeah, it's just crazy how the NFL treats this kind of injury.
Yeah. Well, the thing about like Antonio Brown, and because like you said, CTE could be one of the reasons he's acting the way that he is. But until he's diagnosed, I can't defend his actions until we know that that's what happened. You know what I mean? The guy could just be off his fucking rocker. You know what I mean?
It is kind of interesting what Eric said though, in regards to how the NFL not respecting or treating players kind of correctly, or at least the way that they kind of should. there's somebody else who is doing something kind of similar to that. I
I
don't
think-
know if y'all have seen in the news recently, but
I feel like
Twitch more recently has shown to do something very similar. They just
Twitch?
recently decided to drop doing their 70-30 split
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah,
creators,
yeah,
which is also what ironically YouTube is offering for their live streamers, and told everybody that basically some exclusive people are going to keep their 70-30 up till they make about $100,000, and then it's going to go to 50-50, and everybody else that's on the platform who may or may not already have or be getting a contract is going to be 50-50. Now, what's really upsetting about that is the thing is the only reason why Twitch has people on their platform is because they're creators, especially. And you could say the same. You can make the same comparison with the NFL. The only reason people are watching is because you got players, right? And it's just a shame to see corporations, big ones like Twitch and big ones like the NFL, not treat the people who are the bread and butter of what they are doing and producing correctly, not giving them the needs.
Yeah. I mean, it also could be the economy too. We are in like an economic slump, so they might not have the money to pay these guys. Who knows?
Well, and I guess more on the Amazon side of it,
I don't know, or they have way too much money that they know what to do with, and they're just fucking greedy as hell. Yeah.
Well, and on the Twitch side of it, they're owned by Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Me and Michael were talking, and we think that they owe money to the cartel, and they're doing whatever the fuck it takes to fucking pay them back.
Well, and I was kind of thinking about this, but what if?
I don't know, man. Money laundering.
Because a lot of this,
Could be.
and the reason, one of the reasons that a lot of people are switching to YouTube is because not only is YouTube offering, like I said, that 70-30 split when it comes to revenue, but also on top of that, they are offering a higher bit rate for their live streams. So at the same time, you're getting a better quality stream. On top of that, better quality experience for the viewer because you're able to say a lot more stuff. You're not nearly as censored. And on top of that, you get more money. I mean, it kind of seems like
Fucking train.
they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot there, which is ironic with Amazon. And one of their big leading things is them hosting other people's domains and platforms. And I mean, think about it. They got a whole new streaming site and la la la. But maybe that's interesting to think about.
Who has a streaming site?
Amazon. I mean, they got Amazon Prime now, right? They have Prime Video. That's a video streaming service.
Prime Video's been up
So
for a
it
while.
makes it maybe their assets are weighed down in this big conglomerate that this umbrella
Yeah.
corporation of Amazon that owns Twitch. Maybe all of their beef is with, or maybe they put all their assets more towards that as opposed to Twitch and are just squeezing it. And it could be coming down from the shareholders too.
Yeah, I don't think because they sold their company, they probably don't have as much say. The people that had say in what happens, it's now the Amazon board of directors that is pulling the strings.
The board of directors and shareholders, man.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing to see because a lot of companies follow that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all those shareholders are sitting there asking for dividends, man.
Another thing. So Twitch started this thing called elevated chat, which is something that YouTube has had for a while now, but they call it super chat. YouTube started it first. And so basically what Twitch did, they got this thing called elevated chat. The way it works in YouTube is you can pay, and it basically it'll display your message on the stream for everyone to see. Everyone in the stream can see it. And in Twitch, the way they do it is it like pops up on the very bottom of your screen, and because they use overlays, it's like behind the overlay. It's on like the source screen, so you're not gonna see it. So it's a scam. It seems like it's a fucking scam. So you pay $5 for 30 seconds, or you can pay $100 for 2.5 minutes. I don't know if you want to do the math on that. 5 for 30 seconds, so that's $10 a minute. So that would be 25 for 2.5 minutes, right? Or you can pay $100 for 2.5 minutes. Twitch is doing this. Like you can go look this up. You can find the elevated chat fees. And that's what it is. $5 for 30 seconds, $100 for 2.5 minutes. And these people are supposed to be engineers. And they can't do fucking simple math. They've also haven't rolled out any new features, even though they're developers, they're engineers. What the fuck are they developing? They're only taking out features from Twitch. And they added this elevated chat shit. Weston, you got something to say? Come sit on Michael's side. We got a guest appearance.
So elevated chat. Okay, what is? Can you just give me a quick
Elevated.
basic
Oh, bro, you
what
just
it means?
missed it, man.
So, elevated chat. Like, is that like a super chat basically or something
It's the
like
same as super chat. It's the same shit, bro. They're copying
Okay.
pasting it.
that? So you're saying that the math doesn't add
But
up,
listen,
right?
bro.
It's cheaper to buy if you were to buy like.
5,
know,
yeah. You could just
5.
do
Okay, here's the thing though,
what?
right? Is if you see, oh, super chat's $5, right, for 30 seconds,
Yeah.
you might not buy that.
Mm-hmm.
But you see that
They want you to
stupid
spend
shit.
$100 for 2.5 minutes.
Well, right. But
Yeah.
you see that type of stupid stuff, and you think, well, why not? Why wouldn't I just do that? And then you do it to spite them, and now you've spent 5 times the amount of money that you might not have ever even spent in the first place, just because you saw that dumb thing and decided to respond to it in that way.
What do you mean? Does
Like,
it like keep
because,
charging you?
Oh, hang on a second. I'm getting a call from.
Oh man, now he's not gonna
step-
explain it.
Sorry.
You can't just leave us with this riddle. The Riddler strikes again.
Sorry. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that you may end up spending the money because of that, because you notice something like that and you're like, well, shit, why don't I just do this and then do it? It now has
Oh.
debated you into spending more money.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I would never do
So-
something like that. And thus, the other thing about the Twitch elevated chat, dude, it doesn't work on Twitch because of the overlays, bro. But yeah, that's
So
a whole
they want
diff-
you to spend
yeah,
money.
It doesn't even work.
A bunch of money for something that might not even more than likely is not going to
It's
show
not
up.
gonna. It's probably not. Yeah, probably not gonna show up. Yeah, I don't know what the fucking Twitch devs are doing. They're just watching. What's her name? What's her name? Amaranth. They're probably just watching Amaranth. They're all huddled up in the office watching Amaranth, Fucking- circle jerking each other. Fucking Twitch, bro.
Dude, speaking of circle jerks,
Speaking of circle jerk,
the fucking accessories that have been coming out in cars, dude, I guarantee you, mark my words,
by next year,
2030, we're getting our dick sucked while Tesla is driving us to our
a
work.
tube comes out. A tube comes out
You
from
know
under
what?
your
They're gonna
steering
find
column.
that that's gonna be the number one thing that brings down the aggression of the average American male.
I mean, I can get behind it, bro. You talk about stuck in
Dude.
traffic. Why would I be
I
mad?
know.
It would probably sound like when you go to the dentist and they put that tube in your mouth. You know, when they put the water in and they have the.
It better be.
That's what it would sound
better
like,
have an
bro.
Amazing cleaning
what it would
service,
sound like.
bro.
Where does
It
it
better
go?
be,
I think it
don't
just
know,
dumps it out on the
soap
street.
And ISO,
You're driving behind a car and you just on the
That's
ground.
so much worse than like.
We're doing an ASMR podcast now. It shoot
Well,
just
just-
tailgating you, bro.
Well, like I don't know if
Somebody-
y'all have ever been
It
driving.
stores it. It stores it in a fucking cannon, so that way when somebody's tailgating you, it just right on their window, bro.
Hit him with that James Bond oil slick.
Oh.
Somebody's falling
Uh,
to the ground so they can't follow.
James Bond oil slick.
I hope you slip and crash on my kids, you stupid tailgater.
That's
Like
gross. That's gross. Explicit.
exceedingly explicit.
Very
Sorry.
explicit.
We kind of got a little outrageous on
All
that
right,
one.
Weston suddenly came back.
These notes are a fucking doozy, y'all.
Whoa. This is all off the top, Weston. What are you talking about? You fucking fourth wall breaker.
But what
How
kind
can
of,
you expect me to
what
not
kind of-
break the fourth?
They didn't even hear you, Weston.
what kind of features do you have that made you bring up this topic? What features have you seen that have caused you to
Dude,
be like,
more
"Hey,
specifically, so the one that really like is cool and is nice because like it's super hot down here where we live.
Yeah.
That it is also like mildly whack. The crotch cooler 9000, as Caleb said.
It's funny that you bring that up because that
Yeah,
actually
the turbo glug glug.
used to be on old cars.
The Sonata has an
Hey, y'all don't have mics. Stop it.
There was an older car that actually had one. What's the name of it? Pass the mic to Weston real quick. He got it.
I know exactly. It's the '96 Toyota Celica specifically. Yeah, and it
The Cooch Cooler it
and-
had one.
for some reason, a lot of the time when you would get it from the dealership, the turbo gooch cooler would have its vents closed. So it was like an unknown feature, and you wouldn't really fucking notice it because it's like on the bottom, up in the grundle of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So, like, you got to really you just have to happen to notice it one day. But then, like, it created this amazing moment for, like, so many dudes where they're driving this car and they're like, crap, this thing sucks. And then suddenly, like, a gleam of hope. in this shitbox car.
The turbo gooch cooler.
Dude,
9,000.
exactly. And in those old cars, there's all like they'll get to the point where like nothing works. It runs like crap, but the AC still works, and
Yes.
that's gotta be like the one little bit of solace they can take when they get into that thing.
Especially in those old shit boxes. Man. You know what
Exactly.
I mean, you're at least. I still have something over the rest of you new car owners.
Yeah.
It's my gooch cooler.
The little coup de grace, you know what I'm saying?
Especially here in Texas, man. Balls do be getting sweaty.
But the thing is, dude, is you'll hop in someone's car, right, not thinking about it, and you'll start driving wherever you're going, and
yeah.
it's not your car. You don't think about these things, right? And they'll just turn it on you, and you're sitting there driving, talking to them, having a grand old fucking time, and then out of nowhere, this fucking like uber cold fucking like fart crawls out of the seat and just wafts up through your ass, and you're like, whoa, what? Yeah,
mom's-
this motherfucker will do it.
My mom's Explorer also has those. It's a seat cooler, right? It's not specifically just for your balls, but
The taint temperature system. The taint
The
temperature.
taint temp regulator.
Taint temp thermoregulator.
yes, you could call it.
Eliminates all swamp ass.
It's all swap back.
There's
But
no,
that
there's
that,
no.
that is a pretty cool ass
Wait,
feature.
we'll
I
get
gotta
the
admit.
cheers in the mic. Cheers.
You know what I mean? I think it's something that definitely a lot of cars, need. Because face it, male or female, you want your crotch cool. It's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
But I think there's some pretty cool electric cars too I've seen that are about to come out. Specifically the Dodge Challenger. It looks
new-
like a Challenger. That's not what it's called.
Yeah.
Caleb knows a little bit more about it because he's actually the one who showed it to me. But it looked pretty. It looks exactly like a Charger. They didn't really change any of the looks, which is one of the big things. And they added speakers in it to give you the sound of an engine, despite the fact that it is an electric car. Because when you want American muscle, you want American muscle. They want to hold that thing that makes it. Of course, it's still not an actual engine. If it were up to me, I'd still get like a Hellcat or a Demon before I got an electric fucking Challenger.
Before that Dodge came out, I think people kind of forgot. I don't know though. I've heard some mixed reviews about it. Maybe we'll look up reviews right now. Look up some reviews for it. The Ford Mach E, because it was super hyped when it came out. Did you?
Yeah, my mom's got one.
Really?
It's a Mustang.
I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard very mixed reviews.
I feel like if ever there was going to be a car to get the electric car, or a company to get the electric car right, it would be Dodge. Like,
Right.
Mercedes. I think Mercedes did a good job with their electric SLS that they had back in like
What the fuck is
2013.
that?
It's just it didn't have the range.
It looks like my car, like my red car.
Oh, that thing's dope.
Yeah.
What the hell,
It's the
Weston? That's
shape-
not a fucking Mustang.
It's the shape of my
That's
car.
a SUV.
You don't see what I see in it.
Yeah, I see a
You've seen it.
piece of shit.
I mean, I don't really like.
Bag it, stance it, fucking aftermarket bumpers and shit. You could make that thing look rad. You could make it look fucking mean, especially if you were to like get the right color on it. No, it's not a Mustang, but you could make it look nice. I never said it's a Mustang. I just said it was rad.
Is it fast?
But I guess that's kind of my point. Is I don't think
Is
that
it
no matter
fast,
what you
though?
do to it, it's gonna make it
There's no
anything
tailpipe
worthy of
emissions
calling it a
over
Mustang.
the air
That's my
software
biggest
updates on
that's my
Team
biggest
Sense
problem
fucking
with it.
Lucky
If you
does
call it a
it.
Mustang, dude, it's gotta be
8.2 out of 10 is not bad.
at least like
Edmonds?
some form of a
not bad.
Mustang. Like not just an SUV with a
Limited
horse
number-
slapped on it.
That's not that bad. Limited number
That's all it
GT
is.
adjustments, I can deal with that. GT model can only deliver its peak performance in 5-second increments. That sounds kind of gay.
Like if they had done
Kinda
what they
lame.
did with the Bronco,
lame.
right? Like the Bronco when they remade it, like you look at it and you can still tell it's a Bronco, but it looks futuristic, new design. That's what they should have done.
Speed 264 miles.
But maybe they shot themselves
Oh
in the
wait,
foot.
wait, that's range. I thought that was top speed. I was like, what the fuck?
That's not a big range though. That's about half. That's half of what my 2012
that's
Passat
average
got.
for Tesla, bro. Like we're talking about electric motors here. We're not talking about gas.
No, I get that. I'm just saying like, but in general, still,
You're talking about distance, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The thing is, like, if you have a Tesla, man, and you do
Okay.
and you do the
See,
plan,
that's better.
You do your plan for your road trip. If you do it on the thing, I think they have an app too. It tells you where to stop.
Yeah.
And if you have a certain model Tesla, the chargers are free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like I think some of the lower model ones, that's not free. You have to pay for it. But some of the higher package Teslas, you can charge for free. Yeah, so you can stop, charge your shit up, keep going, and it maps out the charging stations.
Yeah.
120-mile range, that's nothing.
I don't know. Do y'all think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
smart for us to just keep dumping lithium into it when we could just spend like a good amount, like several, like I feel like we could just like similar to what we did with
The
COVID,
lithium
you know, where we
conversation.
took all of our greatest minds and like throw them at this one thing. What if we just
Nuclear,
did that for
water.
batteries so we can make this shit
We need to
like
bring back the
more
hydrogen
efficient, you
motor.
know? Because like I understand like we can't just keep
Hell
burning
yeah.
fossil fuels, you know what I'm saying? And there is a fuck ton of them, but there's not nearly as much
We bring back
lithium
the
as there is
sled.
black
We start
gold.
training
You know what
dogs.
I'm saying? So I don't know if it's super smart for us to keep just dumping lithium into it.
E-bikes. I'm kidding. We train dogs and we bring back the sled.
I agree. Like, why are we
You,
fighting so
Caleb,
hard to
when you
push
get to
back-
work for a week with that,
Like, why are we trying so hard to push back the next global ice age, dude? When we have that, that's it, dude. Dogs and sleds. Let's go. Let's go. We got heaters. We're good.
Hell yeah.
No, but we are very close. At least I've heard from a couple of different places. Now this might just be fucking internet hocus pocus bullshit.
Of course.
But I've heard it from a couple of different sources, and I can't remember which, but one of them at least was like a fairly reputable one. You know, it wasn't like some no name place you've ever heard of. And they were talking about how scientists think we're close to a point where lithium is going to no longer be like the relevant material for batteries. They're getting close to the technology where it's going to be more. We're going to get to like nuclear batteries fairly soon,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds terrifying, but there are ways to make it safer and stuff like that. And nuclear is amazing. I'm a big proponent for nuclear. So
I saw, dude, a news thing, bro, on my phone. I saw a fucking Google News thing, and it said Berkeley professors have resolved the number one problem that helps them or that's been
inhibiting.
and like something like that, dude. I don't know if that's what it was, but stopping them from fucking achieving nuclear fission. They
Oh,
figured it out, bro. They have
I
figured out
thought no,
nuclear fission.
I thought we already had fission. We were working on fusion.
Maybe that's what it is, bro. Something nuclear, either fission or fusion. We can find out.
Because
Let me hit up my man. E.
fusion involves
up
instead of like
nuclear-
necessarily
Look up Berkeley
splitting.
nuclear fission. See if something pops up.
Instead of if I'm not incorrect, I believe that fission involves splitting the atom, whereas
news.
fusion involves fucking combining
Go
it
to
and
news so we can see the
making
news article.
a new phase of matter,
Nuclear
which we
plants.
know as
I don't see
fucking plasma.
anything. Maybe look up fusion and see if something pops up.
Yeah.
So you're not actually just creating a new phase of matter. What you would be doing is creating a new element.
Scientists
So like
do
when a
that,
star goes supernova, that's what happens. That's why it shits out
Maybe it's
crazy
that
shit
one.
you've never
Mass-
heard of
mass
and stuff
institution
like that and
critical
creates
heat
new
power.
elements. That's how it happens is because it combines elements together at their nucleus to create a brand new atom out of the quarks and stuff that compose it. It's like, so if we achieved nuclear fusion, we don't know how much energy we could get out of it, but we know that the release of it would be
No.
absolutely freaking immense.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like actual alchemy. When it sounds like taking two nuclei and fucking bringing them together to conform some fucking brand new shit, like that straight up sounds like alchemy, you know? Like when they were like, we're gonna take this rare precious metal and combine it with some chemical and make gold, you know?
Dude, honestly though, alchemy just sounds badass. I would love to learn.
Alchemy
If
is
it were real,
badass.
of course.
And it's like, and I mean, theoretically it is real. Like if we continue down this road, because like if we really did just work out fusion, then it's only a matter of time before we figure out how to get it down right. But as of right now, yeah, we aren't quite to alchemy levels yet, because that would be like changing the arrangement of the quarks into the right arrangement to mimic gold or something like that. And that, as cool and badass as that would be, that just sounds crazy. What we're doing is more like a fucked up game of Russian roulette, where we're like, we're gonna mash these two things together, and we'll see. You know, like
Perhaps.
I don't even know if we can really theorize about what would happen because we haven't ever actually like observed it up close. I mean, maybe I mean, that's probably bullshit. There's probably like astrophysicists who could start getting down to it and stuff like that, but I don't think we've ever like harnessed, like Caleb said, we haven't been able to harness fusion ourselves. We've only been able to, know it exists or
Yes, of
theoretically exists.
Mhm.
So, but we can
Listen
rip the
to
shit out of a
this.
molecule. We can
This,
fucking tear that shit apart all day.
This is a headline from CNBC 5 days ago. The feds commit $50 million to for-profit nuclear fusion companies chasing the holy grail of clean energy. So they've committed $50 million to for-profit companies trying to invest in that goal of the holy grail of clean energy.
I'm about it, dude.
The feds.
I'm about it.
Well, it's weird that they say that. It was the Department of Energy.
If it's
The
bada bing, then it's
feds.
bada boom. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking feds, man. It was the Department.
To be fair, I've always fucked with nuclear energy, right? I honestly could not understand why we weren't using it. Yeah, sure, there's been accidents where it ended up, but
But-
it has since become so safe to use that we have still refused to use it.
Can we also look at the track record of nuclear catastrophes? Please, I mean, all I'm saying, I think America, we've had one, right? I think we've had one, that was but we were like, fuck, we fucked up, okay?
Yeah.
We did some bad shit. Now, Japan, they've had some things. No, we dropped some things on them, too.
Well, I was
It's a
about
little
to-
different. But they had Hiroshima, I mean, if tsunamis are coming, maybe put that shit underground. Anyways, everything else has basically been Russia. But for some reason, California's freaking out about them shutting them down. I guess they think there's somewhere like Russians in that sense, I guess. But
Well, apparently they like to
dude,
cut
I mean,
corners.
it's beautiful energy out of a small rock that we pull out of the ground that produces immense amounts of energy compared to anything we found.
for a
Coal,
long time.
oil, all of it, man, combined almost, I mean,
Mhm.
it's scary, but think about how many man hours have been poured into that stuff.
I've been waiting for life to get like Fallout with how much we use it.
See, the thing
That's what
about
I want.
I think the thing about Californians is a lot of them have this I understand everything perfectly vibe about them. They think they have their heads completely wrapped around things. So when they see nuclear energy, they think, oh, they're burning nuclear fuel, and that is how they create the nuclear energy. So that shit you see coming out of the top of the nuclear power plant is clearly nuclear waste and stuff like that, and it's horrible for the environment because they do put out a shit ton of steam. But that steam is the water they're using to cool off the hot rocks that are powering a big ass steam engine. That is all it is. It is a glorified steam engine. One that the Soviets managed to screw up, like you said, really just an unfathomable amount of times. How do y'all do that? Dude, it literally, if you look, so there's 7 levels of a nuclear catastrophe, right? We've never had a level 6. There's been 2 level 7s. Those would be Chernobyl and Fukushima. Fukushima was an accident. It kind of preventable one. Why would you put a nuclear power plant on the Pacific side of Japan, where all the tsunamis come from? It's not that big an island. You could have just put it on the other side and been just fine. But I digress. Then there's no level 6s, like I said, and then there's level 5s. All the level 5s happened in Russia except for 3 Mile Island, which was our one that you discussed. Then you got level 4s, all in Russia. And then it's like Ukraine, Russia. And that Ukraine thing was when they were a part of the Soviet Union. But it's all, every nuclear catastrophe that has happened sans 4. It happened somewhere in the Soviet Union because they lied to the people that ran their machines and stuff like that. Basically, nuclear power works great as long as you are transparent about it, like anything. And I don't know. It's frustrating to me how bad a rap it's gotten
It's coming.
for no reason. For a reason, but reasons that were out of nuclear power's control and totally in the hands of the people. So
Well, and I would say even more so the hands of the people, in the hands of dumbasses that weren't giving proper information to the people. I mean, in the event of Chernobyl, they cheaped out on fuel rods, and I believe it was boron, which was the first thing that was. No, what is it? No, they had a.
That's why they were so boring.
Well, but the main thing was that what they thought was typically in a reactor, what's supposed to be the kill switch, the tip of that said fuel rod that was supposed to go in. So it's mostly graphite. I believe, if I'm not incorrect, the tip of it was like boron, which is actually reactive with uranium 237 or whatever the fuck it's called, 238, that was in the reactor. So with the
Wrong tip.
stress and the poisoning of the reactor that they did, when they first put it back in, when they hit that switch, it actually acted like a trigger because the first element that goes in is boron, which is highly reactive. So it
Mm.
goes in, it
Highly reactive.
explodes. It's basically right.
Graphite in the fuel rod, or graphite tipped with boron inside the fuel rod.
No, because graphite's the thing that
Highly
stops.
explosive.
Yeah,
It surrounds the thing. When it's already in there, it's fine. But whenever it goes in, it at first it initially increases.
it's because there was no graphite present.
What's up, Eric?
Fuel rod, it shuts.
Oh.
No, the graphite is what stops the radiation from getting out. That is what. No. Boron is reactive.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, look it up,
Oh,
Jamie.
no.
What were the fuel rods?
I had a buddy back in
What was
high
the
school.
material of the fuel rods? The tip of the fuel rods in Chernobyl.
I had a buddy back in high school we used to call Boron because he was very boring.
It's fucked up.
No, you got to look up Chernobyl specifically.
He was just a boring guy.
It's kind of fucked up because like graphite and boron both fuck up radiation. It's just one of them initially spikes it. Yeah. So graphite initially, when introduced into the into
Green
the
tips?
ecosystem, will spike it,
5.56 with the
and
blue
then
tip?
after that, it stabilizes. But that spike was all it took. All those fuel rods, 272 of them or something. It's 272 or 212 of them went down and fucking shot the reactivity of the reactor up and flash vaporized every bit of water that was still present in the machine, all at once.
And you think about the pressure that
Wow.
steam creates.
Talk about several thousand
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Several thousand gallons of
Instantly turned into steam.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Big boom. Big boom. That's what they used to call me back in high school.
If it's bada bing and it's bada boom.
Big boom. So I come in and I make the house rock.
Did they really?
Oh yeah.
I'm
You didn't know
calling
me back
cap.
then,
I'm
was-
pressing X. I'm smashing X to doubt over
y'all
here.
didn't know me back then. That was it was a different time. It was a different time.
Called him out.
I'll leave it at that.
Not personally.
Bring that with you, Wes. Stop walking in front of the
I'll leave it at
camera.
that.
How about that? How about bring it with you?
Dude. Oh my gosh. You know what I found out the other day?
What?
Almost got pulled over. Had my shades on at night. This motherfucker told me, he was like, bro, you know you're breaking
It's
the law right
illegal,
now?
It's illegal,
I
bro.
was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that shit's
It's
shit's
heavy illegal, bro.
It's illegal to wear
fat
shades
fine.
at night. Did you know that? When you're driving, it's illegal to wear shades.
I mean, I knew it was
Did
like
you know this?
I knew it was highly inadvisable, you know, just because like it's nighttime and those are sunglasses and there is no sun at night. So I mean, you
since
know,
the
it kind of went
80s.
without saying, but I didn't know it was actually like straight illegal.
When that song come out?
That was 84.
Fucking Wolf Hart.
I'm locking it in. I'm
His
calling
name?
84.
What's that guy's name? Is it Corey Hart? I said Wolf Hart.
Well, so now that's the question I have. Is it wearing sunglasses that is illegal, or is that just considered under the branch of reckless driving? So
Yeah.
it's just considered reckless driving.
Yeah. Probably.
Was it illegal before the Corey Hart song came out? I don't think it was illegal before that.
It had
then
to have been. There's
It
no way.
shot up
Oh.
in 1983. The act of driving with sunglasses shot up in popularity. It just like skyrocketed up, and police were like, "Dude, we got to do something about this, man." The government was in on it. The President Nixon. I don't know who the president was at the time. President Carter. President Carter was like, "Dude, we got to put a fucking stop to the sunglasses at night. No fucking way. It's way too dangerous."
All these guys on cocaine think they can do anything they want, like driving with sunglasses at night. We got to make that shit illegal. Start charging them.
Well, that's really
accordingly.
interesting because I had a pair of sunglasses that like are sunglasses during the day, but at night they actually become that kind of yellowish tint that allows you to see better. That's supposed to help with astigmatisms or whatever. Not that I have that issue, but they just did. So I would just leave them on. You know, I just drive with that on. So this is honestly the first time that I'm hearing that driving sunglasses at night was ill-advised.
Who's to say you had the sunglasses on? Say the cop thinks he sees you with sunglasses on, whips a bitch, he pulls around, you see him coming, flip him off really quick, and then he pulls you over. He's like, "You know why I pulled you over, son?" And you're just chilling like, I don't, sir. What seems to be the motherfucking issue? And then they search your car. And then they search your car, and then you get charged for possession of sunglasses.
I was about to say, well, the hope would be that they didn't land in the passenger seat and they're just sitting right there going, hey.
Well, you'd be amazed what they pull off of literally one
Eyesight?
fucking frame of dash cam.
Oh.
Dude, they will get
blur?
that one
It's just
singular
blur.
frame. They will go through it because it's
Like-
recording at like 60 FPS. So they will go through it frame by freaking
Oh,
frame
yeah,
until they
yeah,
find that one
yeah.
that is just clear enough to be like, yep, fucker's
Yeah.
wearing sunglasses and nail your ass. It is.
You okay?
They are like that, dude. They're douchebags
Is your
nowadays.
phone fucking up?
Dude, there was one
Oh,
time
that
I'm
sucks.
driving back from the gym. Okay, I'm at my parents' house. Now the Y is like all of a mile. Okay, so close. I used to just hop on my longboard and go down there, work out, and come back. I had my car at this point, and I was like, no, it's too hot. It's too damn hot. So I'm driving. I got my windows down. I have AC in my car. In that 2000
We've all been
Ford,
there. We've all been there.
whatever the
It's part of
hell.
life. Everybody goes through that phase in life. The no
It's
AC
hard
car,
out here sometimes, bro.
The no AC stage.
Anyways,
Eric, you been through that? Oh yeah.
Everybody
oh, yeah.
has,
What was
everybody
your
has.
first car, Eric?
stop it! I'm telling a story, you little
That'll
bastard.
be next podcast.
You little bastard.
Next
Stay
podcast,
on topic.
we're gonna talk
Stay on
about our
topic.
woes with our first cars.
So I'm driving,
Stay
right?
tuned, motherfuckers.
Comes to a stop sign.
Well, bro, you got like those Hemis were fucking built Ford tough, all right?
I'm just gonna go.
I know,
I'm just gonna
but
unplug
I
it.
know. It's a saying. But yeah, I get it.
Are you done?
Yeah, sorry,
You
Mike,
done?
Sorry.
Are you sure?
We're
Because
gonna-
we can hold a little bit
Bro.
longer for you.
It's impressive, bro. Hemis, 5.7. Go ahead. Sorry, I love you.
Anyways, I was driving back and there's a stop sign. Stop at it, obviously, because we'd be obeying the laws most of the time. And there's a cop, and I'm like, whatever. I keep going, doing my thing, have my windows down, because no AC, you know what I'm saying? And what do I see behind me? Fucking cherries and berries. Motherfucker flipped a bitch.
On the longboard.
He was facing the opposite way I was driving, so I say that. And he proceeds to try and quote me on not having a seatbelt. Right?
You were on a longboard?
No, I was in my car. Oh my God, I would be even more mad. Sir, you need to have
His
some.
seatbelt.
I need to see some braces around your feet. Then you need to be locked in to be on this thing. But
How do you brake on this thing?
yeah, right. Anyways,
Tail lights out.
so I have to. He asked for my license and my registration, and my wallet was actually in my bag because I had just gone to the gym, so it's just where I put it, you know. So I was like, "Can I grab
get
my
shot,
bag
bro.
out of my trunk, officer,
you
so
get
I can
shot.
get that for you?" So I take off my seatbelt and I go back there, and when I get because he gave me a ticket that day, he gave me a ticket for no seatbelt, like he gave me a written warning or a written thing for it. When I looked at the photo of the ticket that I got in the mail, he used the photo of when I hopped out of the car to get my thing out of the trunk for the no seatbelt. Yep, so I went into court to fight it. He didn't show up, so I won.
He probably forgot, bro. He realized he forgot, and in the moment was like, "I'll just do it right
He
now."
probably realized I was going to walk in there and be like, this is some shit.
He probably realized he forgot to take a picture as you were out of the car, and he was like, "This is my chance."
That's
Just
probably
do
not
right
it at
now."
all. This is probably his play. This is how he makes his quota. Or, well, sorry, they can't have quotas now legally. So what they have is incentives, like payroll incentives. So, like, if you want to make a livable wage, you're going to arrest this many people. Basically, is what it shakes out to. So,
So
what he probably does is he probably
Everywhere.
writes about
It's an e-bike.
300, 400 of those tickets a month, and then if 150 of them, decide fuck this, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay it and get it over with.
Maybe he was
He's
at a
met his
different-
quota, and then the other 250
He
of
was
them
at a
show up to
different
court.
court.
He doesn't have to show up to any of those court dates, as long as 150 of them just don't bother to
Oh, they didn't even show up.
yeah.
They just pay their ticket and
Yeah.
move on.
So.
Well, because to them, their time is more important, which I understand.
mean,
But for me, I
thank
am
goodness.
fully willing to drag an
That
officer of
happened.
the law who I feel is wrongly trying to prosecute me
I was definitely speeding last
off
time I got pulled
of the
over.
streets for a day. And
was
if he
going
doesn't want to
fast.
show up, it's a win in my book. But honestly, if he shows up,
I
even
know-
if I have to pay that ticket, to me, it's worth it,
I got pulled over last time going like 95 into 65.
Ooh,
I was fucking
they
flying,
got you
bro.
on that one, dude.
The dude
That's
was
the one
like,
where you're really nice, right?
That guy was like, you know you were going really fast, right? And I was like, I'm late to an interview, and he was like, all right. He still gave me a ticket, of course, but he kind of understood, you know. But I was
Damn.
definitely fucking hauling ass. I was flying.
So wait, you said you were doing
I know, 100
95 and a
is reckless
65?
driving. 100 is
Yeah,
reckless
I was
driving.
gonna say
That's why
that
he
is
told me
like
that.
really.
Yeah, he really.
Dude,
he
so is it 20? I couldn't remember if it
could-
was
no,
20 or
he
30 is
could've
when
took
they
me to
drew the
jail.
line.
He could have took me to jail.
So
But over 100, they take you
over 100 is directly to jail.
He could have took me.
Um,
He could have got me with reckless driving.
Is
But I
is
was
directly
driving
like
fine. I was just going fast. Like really
I think
fast.
I think technically what it's
was in the
called
on the exit.
over
I stayed in the
100
exit
is
lane, you know?
reckless. No,
I wasn't
I almost said
worried about
reckless
traffic and
abandonment.
shit. I was going
But it's
straight.
like
Yeah.
I think they just classify it as reckless driving, but it's like they'll tack you with a couple other
I
charges.
was dressed nice. You know what I'm
Right, so you'll
saying?
get like
you can tell I was
reckless
going to a
driving.
job
Also, you'll
interview.
get like like endangerment of
and
blah, 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 you know, like,
people
they'll
here
really
on the
try to get you.
highway, Everybody drives like 85.
But it's also different in Texas, man, just because everything's so far away. I mean, Austin's
I was really
a
only
good
going,
drive,
like 10
Dallas
miles
fat
more than
drive,
everybody
Houston a
else,
fat drive.
you
You
know?
know, like
Yeah.
You're saying all this about like doing triple digits and immediately going to
Triple
jail.
digits.
Well, like
I
if
haven't
you
said
get
any
up,
of that.
well, if you get over 100, that's
I
immediately to jail.
have
That's triple
never done
digits.
Any of that
So
here?
I
So,
routinely
maybe in Mexico we do
I-
that.
like, I allegedly routinely get
Mexico,
up
bro.
over that
In Mexico,
on
we go down to Mexico with the boys, drop a couple gears, pass a couple queers.
allegedly I do that on 130
out-
occasionally.
out there
you
in
know.
the- out there
Hey,
in
what?
the
I'm just
boondocks.
saying allegedly.
Oh,
They
this
can't do shit. I
Man,
might do it. I might not do
we
it on
have our shit
130.
labeled explicit, bro. We don't give a fuck, Eric. All right, we don't give a fuck out here.
What are they gonna come? What are they gonna come say? Arrest me for saying I sped on 130 like
It's 'cause
every
it's
other
'cause of
person?
what I said. Eric. I
Oh.
won't repeat it. I don't know how many times I'll get away with it.
I wasn't sure who you were like stressing about. Yeah, so like I get doing that on 130 like routinely, like triple digits all the time. But then again, I feel like if they were to try to hit me with those like reckless endangerment charges, like stupid bullshit like that, 'cause, like,
Weston?
gone over 100,
They just see you and they're like,
dude. Like I mean,
Yeah.
every time I go to every time I go to pick my mom up from the fucking airport, man, like pretty much, I end up doing like 105 down that fucking road, and dude,
cops, bro.
and like, well, the thing is they could try to hit me with that, but then I would just hit them back with the who am I fucking endangering? Like the only person that would really be in danger is me, because like there's nobody for 500 yards on either side of me, and if they manage to run into my ass
Yeah.
somehow after I
That's
crash
why.
500 yards ahead of them, that is a them problem.
That's why I don't know if you noticed.
They were
but
also
sometimes
fucked
when
up.
You're on the highway. This doesn't really happen with state troopers because that's what they're supposed to do is pull you over on the highway.
Right.
But when you see sheriffs usually on the highway, they're usually going as fast, if not faster, than everybody else.
Yeah.
You could just
Oh,
cruise right
yeah.
up next to them. Dude.
Yeah, dude, just
They
hop in
don't
right
give a
behind
fuck.
them.
that's not necessarily
never happened
true,
to
bro.
me.
Because what I'll see, dude, what I'll see these
If everyone
sheriffs
else
and
is passing
troopers do.
them, then you can pass them like everybody else. You know, like if you notice that everyone else is staying behind them.
That too. But so what
Well,
I've
I
noticed
don't-
is
I
what
don't
they'll
drive.
do, bro, is they'll find like
I've never been pulled over them. I've only been pulled over one time in this car, in my red cart, which is supposed to be like red and yellow are supposed to be like the two colors that stick out the most.
I know.
I've only been pulled over one time, and I was going 95. So, I expected it to happen. Yeah, well, we're in the last 5-minute warning, guys.
I
6 minutes, actually,
have
7.
forgotten what I was going to
Focus.
say in regards to what we were
We're
talking about.
speeding.
We were talking about speeding and shit.
Living life.
Me and
with
Weston have been
hazard.
playing a bunch of GTA recently. Watch out for some videos that'll be coming out here pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, we got a couple good characters going.
I don't know how many of these I might be in the next 4 months. I should be gone. I won't be here to be in the podcast. I don't know when the next one we're doing. It should be, next week. I should be here for that one. But just in case if I'm not, say it in here. I will be gone for 4 months. I don't know how many podcasts they're gonna fit in that 4 months. So I could be gone for you viewers for for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yo, donate so we can get him one of those tablets with the wheels on it and have him like roll into the
With my
like
face on
into
the
the podcast. Yeah, yeah, like the shit they did on like like freaking in offices and shit like that. You just have the little rolly screen.
What was it, Gibby? I think Gibby was like he got like really hurt So he could still come to school. So they had him like in the bed with a camera on him, and they rolled him in with the computer.
Mm-hmm. So
My sister used to flame me for watching that fucking show.
it was a good show though.
It was so great.
So I'll be gone throughout the entire holiday season. You know, I probably won't be back until around February.
Heading down to Florida right after the hurricane. Fucking bastard.
I know.
He's like, yeah, y'all got that shitty weather. I'm coming down for the good.
Well, you know, my mom's gonna have some surgery. You know, she wants my grandma down there to help, and I'll
Oh,
have
God,
to.
you're right. I'm sorry, Florida.
I have to go down there and give a little hand where it's needed. You know what I mean? So
I love y'all.
no, my mom, she just had surgery.
Jonathan is gonna
Just
volunteer.
drop, bro.
Our Florida viewership just went from
Dang, Jonathan's whole family just fucking.
He just told me he's gonna help out with the hurricane.
No.
What a nice soul.
Oh, dang.
What a great guy.
Hopefully he
No,
does.
I'm actually
Hopefully
a
he does
piece of
more
shit.
work
I'm
than
not
the
doing
Clintons
that.
did. Hopefully he does more
Nothing
work
at
than
all.
the Clintons did in Haiti.
Unless I
Oh.
like show up and I see somebody who needs help like right in front of me. You know what I mean?
Oh, they
That
just
was,
stole a bunch
that
of
was
money
a
from a
zinger.
foundation is all. They set up a foundation and
Careful,
stole
Michael.
a bunch of money.
Careful, bro. You might get hitman might get sent.
I'm
Out
speaking
here, bro.
facts.
The-
Oh,
bro,
but dang.
I'm scared of the Clintons, bro.
Try and take me
I
out,
would
bro.
not
I ain't even got an
mess with
Instagram no more.
I would not mess with them. They
Some
might be
Nigerian
old.
soft foot to that.
They might be old, but they definitely got connections with hitman. For sure, for sure.
They do.
For sure, for sure.
For sure. Not that many friends just coincidentally die.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. What do Christmas ornaments and Jeffrey Epstein have in common?
What, did they hang?
They don't hang themselves.
Oh, they don't hang themselves. I agree.
Well, guys,
We got 3 minutes, man. One thing I want to include recently.
I was
Food
gonna.
for
That's what I was
thought,
gonna. I was about to let Eric do his joke. Eric's got a joke
Oh,
that
go
he
ahead,
wanted to
Eric,
say.
Go ahead. I
Come
just
on,
want
I'll
to say
scoot
one
over.
thing.
I'll scoot over for
I
you.
want to
Give
say
me-
one thing while Eric's getting ready for the mic. Ghislaine Maxwell recently got convicted, her charges, but the judge will not release the list. Why wouldn't you fucking release the list, judge? What's on the list, huh?
It's also worth noting, not a single person who paid to have sex with kids on Jeffrey Epstein's island has been charged with anything yet.
What
So
the fuck is going on, bro? Who the fuck is on that list?
Hopefully it's still involved.
Yeah, I think it's fucking ridiculous that we haven't seen anybody be charged for those things. But let's give it to Eric so he could tell this hilarious joke that's
so-
gonna make you piss your pants.
So I got a little problem, you guys.
Okay.
My girlfriend, I think she's had 61 lovers before me.
Goddamn.
She always
once?
calls me her 60-second lover.
She had
It's
61 at once?
I don't know, but all I know is I'm the 60-second lover, man.
Okay.
It's rough out here. I don't know how to feel. I think I don't want to be the 60-second one, you know?
Uh-huh. Hold on. The punchline is coming.
The 60-second? Get it? 60 second?
Yes.
60 seconds?
60 seconds. Yeah.
60 seconds.
Ah.
Oh, we got a 1 minute chump over here. 1 minute pump and chump.
But hopefully we can do a little Phasmophobia stream
Oh yeah, I would
sometime
definitely love
next
to get.
week or the week after,
I'd definitely
before
love
I
to get some of
leave,
that.
because it is the spooky month,
Mm,
you know,
the
my favorite
spooky-
month, specifically
the
because I was
spooky
born during this
spooky.
month.
Eric, I think your setup could have been a little better, but I feel like you could make that into a really funny joke. Like, you gotta start it off earlier, bro. Like, life's been pretty boring, but I just started dating this new girl. I really don't know how I feel about it. She told me I'm her 62nd. Whoa, I went
We
too far.
hooked up. We
You can't-
hooked
you
up on
can't
the
include
second
that.
date.
You gotta start with the 61st. You would be like, I met this girl. She told me I'm her 61st. I don't really know how I feel about that. I fucked up already. The podcast has got me fucked up. She's had
She
61
wanted to be
boyfriends.
open about her body count, so she told
had
me
61
that if we were to have
boyfriends.
sex, more than likely I'd probably be her 62nd lover.
62nd
On the
lover.
second, I don't know.
Yeah,
really
It
bad.
got worse. It got worse. Well,
We'll let
play with
Eric
it.
ponder that.
Play with it. We won't work with it.
All right, a joke to be pulled out and probably not seen by you guys, right here for you guys. All right, so a gay man walks into a bar, right? The gay man sees a black dude in the corner of the bar, you know, and he thinks the black man's attractive. He's feeling it a little bit, right? So he walks up to the black dude and he goes, hey, how about a hand job, right? The black dude beats the ever living shit out of the gay guy. The bartender comes up to the black guy and he's like, "What the fuck happened?" And the black guy goes, "I don't know, something about a job." Got you a little twofer there. Yeah, a
Ooh.
little twofer. Both racist and homophobic for all you guys on there.
Dang.
That's for the Patreon.
Did he slap her?
How do you keep Helen Keller busy for 3 hours? You hand her a basketball and tell her to read it.
How do you keep a what busy? Helen Keller?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But even if you told her to,
And that's time.
Okay, boys. I think it's getting a little raunchy here. I think this is starting to dip into a members only segment. I think it's
dipping in. It's
just
dipping
about
in.
time that we wrap this up for the YouTube side of it. Everybody, if this is your first time joining us, go ahead and throw us a like if you enjoyed. If there's anything that you want to throw your 2 cents on, throw it down in the comments. Throw a subscribe if you want to see what we got going on next week. Hopefully we'll have some more episodes up there for y'all to watch here pretty soon. Some more stuff to really get an idea of kind of what we got going on. Let us know what you think we could do better on, what we did pretty good on. Feedback's always great, man. We got Caleb, Weston, Jonathan, me, Michael, basically the whole base crew at least, you know. We'll all probably kind of rotate as weeks and stuff go on and schedules change and
What are we
things
gonna
happen,
call
but
our community. Later, butt munchers.
I'm not about that. I'd prefer not to be a
I'm trying to get
connotation,
I'm just trying
but
to get
I think we should legalize eating ass. That is,
It doesn't flow. It doesn't flow up the tongue.
we'll get back to y'all on that. Maybe get some community feedback, see what they think.
Nematodes. See you later, you fucking nematodes. It's different with the
Oh, we
hitman.
could be the hitmen,
Isn't that? No, I'm thinking of the sidemen. That's
the hitters,
the UK thing.
the straight hitters.
The UK boys.
The straight hitters on hit different.
Also not to be confused with the roadmen.
Another separate thing. Another separate UK thing. I don't know, man. We'll have to play with that too.
We'll see.
See you
we'll see.
later, dudes.